I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
Hey, what's up? Sayan.
Lost my best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went to hell instead of death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me for. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
This is in there. There's the boat. There it is. Rip anything. Okay. It's not in there. That swords look very impressive with that kind of lighting. It was upset, Centel. Although it's like he's extremely blown out though. The lighting. This one's Space Marine Legend stuff. Well, kind of have to understand me as a person. It's a game that you want to play. You kind of just have to accept a lot of what the GW does. And plus, if you just play for fun, hey, what's up? Good lord, Wilson. Um, I enjoy the game more than anything, so it's not a big deal for me necessarily. If you play for fun, then it's not a big deal either because more than likely people are willing to kind of accept your legend stuff. So, I think Auspex kind of came up with a theory. I have a feeling they legended it, much like a few other things they did in 9th and 10th edition, and they'll bring it back with a remake model. Everything, my only gripe is the bunker, because yeah. I mean, to be fair though, I don't think anyone really used it. It's kind of it just outright sucked. But guess what? You have terrain piece now. So look at the positive side. Yeah, because it's the rules. Yeah, yeah. It can't move, could it? This is not even. I'm honestly curious about the. You're not wrong on that one. I mean, terrain pieces were super expensive anyway, but that's about half of like a full set terrain piece, though. I'm sure. It's kind of like them dropping a bunker from a Thunderhawk gunship. I'm trying to get my freaking thing done so I can spray paint it and start painting it. Just don't want to. I don't think I want to put these things on just yet, due to the fact that it's hard to paint underneath it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Did you have those bunkers? I was honestly thinking about picking up the Tau terrain pieces. They actually hover and move. They're not completely useless. Especially the one with the rail cannon. know, hammer for bunkers that are rapidly deploys from orbit. It's encampment. I think it would have been. I think it would have been cool if they were able to also deploy infantry. Well, I was about to pick up was it a Vindicator tank myself, and I was like, because you know, they haven't seemed to drop that thing yet, but like I'll say this: there's a detachment called the I forgot what it's called, but it's basically about drop infantry. That would have been perfect for it, honestly. If they had infantry, like could only do like, I don't know, 5 men out of it, and then you're able to deep strike it. I think that would have been awesome, honestly. I forget what detachment that was called though. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. But it would have worked perfectly with it. Absolutely. Space Marines. It's called the. I was going to say Hammer and Anvil, that's not it. Orbital Assault Force. So, Orbital Assault Force right there. It's all about deep strike. And a one-time drop pod that allows an terrain piece that has a bunch of guns. Yeah, make it kind of worth it, you know. It can't move for one, so you know, make it kind of maybe make it a armor 14, maybe one of the few armor 14 stuff out there. It never gets covered, no matter what. Hopefully, this thunderstorm doesn't kick off my internet. Again, something that I figured out. Well, not figured out, but I kind of like the way I did this kind of thing. So, magnets, like obviously you should do. You can kind of see the magnets right there, and how I had to. Those are massive magnets, but it didn't quite work right, so I had to put small ones in there too. Super neat. This one I didn't quite push the magnets all the way, so it's a little bit more of a friction fit, but I suppose these just slide in really easily. It's only ever going to have that gun though, I think, for the most part. It's covered, but it gives credit. You know, fair enough. I mean, it is technically supposed to be a pretty big, massive bunker. It never gets cover, but it always gives cover. I ain't hating on that one, that's for sure. But yeah, I think that would have been perfect for the orbital drop force. Orbital drop, whatever that detachment was. I wanted to try to make that work, but it just the bonuses you get from it just sucks. Even from drop infantry. So it's like, it's not even worth it. Yeah, better make it so the unit can. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, just a 5 man, just 5 men. That's it. Tacticus armor only. So basically, it prevents you from putting characters in there, but at least it has some use, potential use. So I'm gonna put on this thing before it send it to the. That's about it. Oh, so just like this and like that. Yeah. So now I have to go and frickin' put tape on every single little dot underneath these things so that it doesn't get paint on it. Yeah, I think I have to put this on the roof. There were so many options to go with, and GW1, it's 6 years old. Yep, Legends. Well, it's not the 6-year-old thing. I think it's the sheer fact that no one was using it. But at the same time, you know, they made the rules kind of crappy for it. So yeah, if you make the rules crappy, then obviously no one's gonna play it. So let me grab the handles. There's the handles. Like the even legends, the jump infantry, by the way. The what do you call it? What do you call it? One jump infantry. I forgot what they're called. But basically, yeah, they made them legends, didn't they? If I remember correctly. I don't know. I think Centurions, Centurions. No, it was. Those are all vehicles. These were infantry, jump infantry. They were Tacticus armor infantry. Um, they basically made it -1 to hit until your next shooting phase. Basically, made the enemy -1 hit. Trying to remember what they're called, but anyways, they say you can use them. Yeah, you can use them as inceptors. Basically, they have the long. Yeah, suppressor squad. Yeah, yeah, those are like relatively new. That is at least a more inceptor squad. Inceptor. No, not the inceptor squad. I think it's like the suppressor squad or something like that. Because the inceptors is one I actually use. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I was about to buy those suppressor squads, really, because I was like, -1 to hit, that will at least stack with the -1 ballistics, because, you know, -1 to hit, -1 ballistics are two different outcomes. Then, well, they kind of, you know, screwed him over, so I was like, well, yeah, dog. I'll say this, even though, you know, I think Ospec said that obviously we're going to use them as substitutes, but I think it's a little bit nice that GW said it themselves, because that means in tournaments, those are legit models and not legend models. Did you actually ever play them? Especially in 11th? No? Dang, so you just bought them in every. Oh, well, have you used them in the past then? They were bad. It didn't seem to be too bad. I mean, what, they're strength 8, AP 1, 2 damage, right? Is that correct? I mean, I wouldn't doubt they've gotten worse. It's mostly the points. How much? They got cheaper. I think they're like less than Inceptors, like 70 points now, I think. Or somewhere, or something like that. Maybe in like 10th edition they were probably bad, honestly, in terms of points. Let's see how much they are now. Suppressor squad. They're 85 points for 3, yeah. I mean, the gun is not too bad. 3 shots, strength 8, AP 1, 2 damage. It's not too bad, but the problem with 11th editions, the sheer fact that one thing that I love too, but hate as a shooting army, is the hidden rule, because now, you know, you don't get shot off the board turn 1 because no one's shot. So long as you're touching terrain, you're hidden. You have lone op 15. So that's a really good thing for melee armies. You know, you don't if you don't fire a gun, you're like, well, I'm coming for you then. Uh, and that kind of takes away like long range weaponry. It's like it kind of sucks to have long range because you can't use it right away. You know, you have to hope to draw out their fire or something like that. Plus, it's a heavy weapon. Did it hit on fours or is it threes? I have a feeling it's fours. Yep, hitting on fours and heavy weapon. That kind of sucks too. Then you're hitting on fives because of -1 to ballistics. So it's kind of if they ignored cover, that would help. But at the same time, they're what I'd use them for is I'd probably place them in like holding back objectives, and I don't care if I wound anything, so long as I hit them, give them -1 to hit. That -1 hit goes to melee and shooting, so it'll double stack. And your shooting phase, yep, until the start of your next turn, yep. Suppress, while the unit suppress each time of mauling effects, yeah. While this unit's on the mouth, oh, okay, yeah. No heavy, it's +1 to hit if you don't move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's also actually 3 inches now. That's what she said. You can move 3 inches and still get the heavy rule. That's a good thing that they've changed, you know. I love trying to play Anvil Siege Force, and it's kind of rough not having to move. But Anvil Siege, you have to remain stationary, so it's still hard for Anvil Siege. I was hoping that that little change that they made. Yeah, I was hoping that little change they made to help Anvil Siege say, as long as you get the heavy keyword, you also get, this ability, whatever, the double, I call it the double heavy, but it's not really a double heavy, but I call it double heavy anyway. Still, it's still the idea. It's a heavy weapon on a high mobility unit. Yeah, no, but the -1 to hit kind of really hurts it. Again, as long as you hit, you're hitting your oath target. You're hitting on. Well, you get the rerolls obviously, and then you get the +1 to wound. With strength 8, You're hitting. You're wounding most infantry on 2s. Well, these guys are out here. He's done. I need to put up these models. God, I can't see them. All my Terminators and such. All special infantry, essentially. Mm-hmm. So get these guys out so I can actually get some room here. Did they go? Looks like it. Okay. Now a lot of thunder hammers that never made it. Okay. Let's open up some space. Let's see if I can show my see. Well, you can make it plasmas. Long plasma bolters. It helps with the cooling. Hmm. Long barrel pistols, yeah, nothing says close combat like whipping a barrel across the face of an enemy. It's like, be my standing about 12 feet away so I can put the barrel of this gun into your face. Single solitary gem. Well, let's see. I gotta calculate how many Terminator Sergeants I have. Regular Terminator Sergeants, because I don't want to make too many. 3. Then I have regular. Hmm. I don't think they had to take away the heavy keyword. They could have kept that. Just make them hit on threes. Then make them not make them even more viable with heavy. You know, if they stay still, which is what they're supposed to be. They're long range shooters. I'm I'm kind of excited to see what Gilliman gets now. Maybe he won't be so freaking expensive. Yeah, but the mobility is to get in a better position, but the heavy keyword does not help. That's why the keyword removal. Let's say put him at 3 BS. Well, put him at 3 and then still let him get the heavy keyword. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Again, if they stay mobile, then they're hitting like regular Marines. But if you want to give them the best benefit, then you basically keep them where they're at. So it's a kind of a give and take with them. They're highly mobile, use them as mobility, then they're hitting like regular Marines, or keep them stationary and allow them to be like range shooters, hitting on twos or threes. At least with this edition, it'll at least allow them to, hit the normal ballistics. It's just a give and take with them. You don't want to give them all the benefits, but at the same time, you just don't want their normal ballistics to suck. So hitting on threes with the heavy, say, well, they're highly mobile. Do I want to move them, or do I want that +1 hit? I don't know. It's just worth a shot to see and keep their. I wouldn't say I wouldn't increase the points. Just kind of keep them to where they're at right now, just to see how people like it or dislike it. Because if increasing the points, then it's like, well, that might be too much. Just little changes is what GW needs to do instead of these vast changes. 85 but stationary. They're just regular Marines. If they don't move, they hit on twos. If they move, they hit on threes. But they don't in their ability as well too. Maybe 95. Oh, sorry, 90. 5 point increase. 30 points a model. They only have 2 wounds, I think, so they get taken out pretty easily. Again, just to see like if people will even play them. Because even maybe with that points, they might still not play them at all. It's just to figure out like if they become overpowered, then yeah, they're gonna obviously bump up the points. But the thing I don't like is when GW like, well, this unit's doing really good. I mean, it's not murdering anything, but it's doing pretty good. Nerf it with its points and then nerf it with its abilities. Like, good lord, it's 2 nerfs. Do one thing first and let's see if that still keeps them overpowered. Don't double nerf. Then end up nerfing them to the ground. It's like, oh, see, we fixed it. We don't play them anymore. Problem fixed. Sometimes developers, like even in just like video games and stuff, they over nerf and over buff. Sometimes it's justified, but for the most part, you want to do small changes to make sure that so you can see. At least point change is easier. Change the stats harder. I mean, that's what they said they were going to do in 10th edition, was just points changes and nothing else, but yet that failed. If I remember correctly, I think that's what they did say. It's like they're not going to change rules and stuff. They'll just adjust it by points. That actually goes in the machine gun. Yeah, so the hole that will make a hole into this week's time. That's fine. I remember, what was it? Did you play during 10th edition? Like the beginning of 10th? So Eldar was like overpowered, like for a long time. And then apparently, again, I don't really follow the circuit very well, like the major gaming. But I do remember them nerfing the aggressor squads. But the Space Marines had like a 45% win rate, and yet somehow they got a nerf. Well, I'm like, what? And according to someone that plays, it's because there's a guy that's like really good with Space Marines, and he did fairly decent with them, so they got a nerf. The aggressors. And we're sitting here like, well, Eldar's been #1 for like 6 months. When is that going to happen? What you guys planning on doing about that? So kind of, I don't know. I was just imagining GW saying, oh, I don't know. You have a unit that's doing somewhat okay, Space Marines, so we're gonna have to nerf those priority. Eldar, no, we just have to think about it. It's been 6 months, but we get it. I don't know, that's just the way I feel about it. Here's my tank. It's official. I need to get Calgar going because he's so cheap on points for right now. Finish up on these Terminators as well, so we can get them off my to-do list. I don't know. So, what armies do you play? Sentinel. So besides Space Marine, obviously. Oh, Dark alternate Space Marines. Alright, first, Jesus Christ. So what do you think about, what do you think's gonna, I guess you know about, what do you call it, going away, Oath of Moment. And I think it's going to, what do you think, did it say what it was going to? Auspex, I think, believe it's going to basically the Gladius detachment. Once per turn, you get the, once per turn, you can do a fallback move, advance and charge, or advance and shoot. Each of them once per turn. Once per battle, sorry. So basically, once you use it, you can't use it again. I think that's what Auspex believes is going to happen with the Space Marine detachment. Or as opposed to replace Oath of Moment. What I'm interested in is going back to combat doctrines. Yeah. The Gladius detachment. Curious as to what Gilliman's ability is going to be. The man on the stand right now. Because I mean, he's so expensive, but I want to run him. I want to run both Gilliman and Calgar. Sucks that they're kind of hampered in terms of their abilities. Like I have to be the warlord, so you can get the +1 CP, and then have other people like was it the lion? Right now between working on my orcs as a palate cleanser. Oh, you know, hold on. Gosh darn it, I don't have him. I'll bring him in a little bit. I have a palate cleanser myself too, but I wanna. but like the lion, freaking, he doesn't hamper whoever, whatever his name is, from giving that 1 CP a turn. It's like Jesus. The lion's also cheaper. Lion's cheaper, doesn't hamper the +1 CP. Has a 4 feel no pain, 3 up invul. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like he has saves against everything. I guess Gilliman's more of a team player, but come on, man, give him something. Oh yeah. So real sick. So I don't know, maybe when I'm done with this Terminator, so I'll get my palate cleanser out. It's kind of something I want to work on because it's going to take a little bit of time to finish him. Alright. I think that one I don't believe. Let's see. Bought some Savage Orcs years ago before they got rid of them, cracked them open, and my first thought was they'll make perfect war boys from Mad Max. Savage Orcs from 40k? Huh. I don't remember if I remember Savage Orcs or not. I mean, there wasn't exactly too many orc players though where I played. Oh, they got rid of the whole. Oh wow, I played fantasy. I don't remember Savage Orcs either. Huh. But again, not a lot of people played fantasy either. Whenever I played, it's just usually me and my group of friends, and that was it. Line, one clothes wearing and rode a boar. I remember boar. I do remember boars though. Orcs. Savage orcs. My armies, in terms of fantasy, is still by the way, Beastmen. Absolutely love them. Even though I think I suck with them pretty bad though. I still have some unopened box of Beastmen from 7th edition. Can't wait to crack those open and smell the 23-year-old air. Yeah, if you get the chance to look at Savage Orc, I definitely will. Let's see if I remember them. Let's start getting some snow ready, so I can base them and be completely done with them as opposed to the paint just being done with the paint. I have some interesting ideas for for painting them, basing them. You know, I'm about to look them up. I do kind of have to go a little bit early because I have to get up to work a lot earlier. But check this out. This is a pretty interesting. So you can see this is the same item, except this one has white paint on it, and this one is just purely just the item, and I think it's not Mod Podge, but just heavy gel. It looks like melted ice or ice that's about to melt, which looks really cool. That one looks like kind of like snow. Not as good as I hope it would be, but good enough, I suppose. But I have an idea for that. I think it's going to go on Farsight, though. And this is kind of like what it looks like on its own. Oh, that's heavy. So, yeah, it looks like ice that's melting. And this one, does just look like clumps of snow, which is pretty. This one actually looks pretty nice. Well, maybe not in person. It looks just very odd. I wonder if I paint it white. I'll do that real quick. Experiment and see what's going on with that. Oops. All of a sudden, it just starts rushing out. Made them updated boxes and everything, but I just dropped the whole idea for Iron Jaws and Kruleboyz. So could you use them as substitute them in for those things, or for other types of orcs? Like, did they make those models into other types of orcs, or did they just completely drop like all of it? So like, there's that models no longer exist. Wow, what a waste. Drones. Hopefully it'll tone it down a bit more, maybe. Although the quote-unquote matte varnish that I have is going to make them glisten. So we're just caking this paint on there. Hopefully it'll matte it down a bit more. There we go. That's what that looks like when it's dry. Yeah, when I first got them, I was going to turn the whole army into snake bites. Snake bites. I'm familiar with that one. Alright, I'm going to go look this up. Let's see. This up. Okay. Alright. I'm going to spell it that way too, by the way. Savage Orcs. I definitely. Sorry, because I see one where you can see his butt. It's a clan of traditional orcs. I definitely did not see these guys for sure. The backside, there's no cloth there at all. Oh, they have a gun. At least this particular version. Yeah, I never seen them at all. Yeah, this is. What edition did they come out of? Wait, is this Age of Sigmar? That's why I never see them. Is because yeah, I stopped around 2011, I believe it was. 2011? Yeah. Yeah, well, you said fantasy. That's not fantasy, man. That's Age of Sigmar. There's a difference. And it's after fantasy. Fantasy came back under a new name called Old World. Orc Mega Boss looks pretty cool. I see them riding on those boars too. Oh, they have the square bases. Still kind of scrolling through them a little bit. But yeah, that's kind of funny. A lot of them. Let's see. There we go. Yep, some of them you can see their butt cracks. Could have sworn they came in fancy. Yeah, maybe. Let's see if I can make that a bit better. Let's do that 26. Huh? Oh no, I was looking at my second webcam to see if it looks better, darker, or blown out. Oh, the Emperor's sword is so bright. That looks pretty about right. Still, the crack cocaine that they're stepping on is a little bright, but it's okay. White balance. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, you can actually see Gilliman now. It's not completely blown out. 1988 is when the Savage Horse came. I was looking them up. The Savage Horse came out. Hmm. All right, man. I do have to call it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow or not. It's questionable. Um, but yeah. But I definitely need to get all my Terminators painted, especially Calgar. So I do want to use them sometime. The new Calgar, not the old Calgar that I have. Basically, it's the same pose Calgar, but he skipped leg day with the one I have that's already painted. So anyways, I try to stream Monday to Friday, although I don't know if I'll be able to stream tomorrow. Starting around 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and try to stream for at least an hour. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up the sound button. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next vid.